The dawn of useful AI agents, implications for knowledge work and organizations. Abstract. Recent advances in artificial intelligence capabilities have rapidly shifted the narrative around AI agents from theoretical to practical. This article examines the emerging landscape of functional AI agents that can autonomously perform meaningful knowledge work tasks. Drawing on recent research and organizational examples, it analyzes how these agents are transforming workflows across industries, the implications for organizational performance, and potential impacts on knowledge workers. The evidence suggests that while narrow-purpose agents already demonstrate effectiveness in domains like research, coding, and content creation, general-purpose agents are now emerging with capabilities to handle diverse tasks with minimal supervision. Organizations adopting strategic approaches to AI agent integration, focusing on augmentation rather than replacement, establishing appropriate governance, and reimagining work processes, are positioned to realize significant productivity gains while fostering valuable human-AI collaborations. The paper concludes with a framework for building sustainable AI agent capabilities within organizations. The evolution of artificial intelligence has entered a transformative new phase. In less than a year, we've witnessed a dramatic shift from skepticism about AI agents' practical utility to growing evidence of their effectiveness across multiple domains of knowledge work. As one observer noted, the jump from agents are nowhere close to working to okay. Narrow agents for research and coding work pretty well, to general-purpose agents are actually useful for a range of tasks has been quick enough, less than a year, so that most people have missed it. Ethan Mollick. Personal Communication, 2024. This rapid progression demands attention from organizational leaders and knowledge workers alike. While much discourse around AI has focused on generative tools that respond to prompts, autonomous AI agents represent a fundamentally different capability, systems that can independently pursue multi-step goals with minimal human oversight. These agents can already conduct research, analyze data, write code, generate content, and even replicate published academic work, tasks previously considered the exclusive domain of skilled human professionals. The practical stakes of this shift are enormous. Organizations must now determine which knowledge work tasks are better performed by humans versus AI agents, how to integrate these agents into existing workflows, and how to prepare their workforce for a future of human-AI collaboration. This article synthesizes emerging evidence on AI agents' capabilities, examines their organizational impacts, and provides a framework for strategic implementation based on early adopter experiences and research findings. The AI agent landscape. Defining AI agents in the workplace. AI agents differ from conventional AI tools in their autonomous goal-directed behavior. While traditional AI systems respond to explicit human inputs, agents can independently pursue objectives through sequential, multi-step processes with limited human guidance. Lehrman et al. 2023 define AI agents as systems that can make decisions and take actions to achieve specified goals, adapting to their environment through observation and learning. Unlike passive AI tools that await instructions, agents exhibit agentic qualities. They can plan, execute, evaluate outcomes, and adjust strategies accordingly. In organizational contexts, we can distinguish between narrow-purpose and general-purpose agents. Narrow-purpose agents are specialized for specific domains or tasks, such as research assistants, e.g. Perplexity AI, coding assistants, e.g. GitHub Copilot, or content creation assistants, e.g. Claude Sonnet for writing. General-purpose agents can handle diverse tasks across domains, functioning more like virtual knowledge workers with broad capabilities. Examples include AutoGPT, BabyAGI, and certain configurations of OpenAI's GPT models or Anthropic's Claude. The defining characteristic of both types is their ability to break down complex goals into manageable steps and execute them with varying degrees of autonomy. Prevalence, drivers, and distribution. The adoption of AI agents is accelerating rapidly, driven by significant improvements in foundation model capabilities. According to a 2023 McKinsey survey, 22% of organizations now report using some form of AI agents, up from just 7% in 2022, McKinsey, 2023. This growth is concentrated in technology, financial services, and professional services sectors, where knowledge work predominates. Several factors have catalyzed this rapid shift: improved reasoning capabilities, large language models, LLMs, like GPT-4 and Claude Sonnet demonstrate stronger reasoning abilities, making them better at decomposing complex tasks and handling multi-step workflows. Enhanced tool use. Modern AI systems can now effectively utilize external tools like databases, search engines, and APIs, dramatically expanding their functional range. Memory systems. Advances in contextual memory allow agents to maintain coherence across extended interactions and complex tasks. Reduced hallucination. While still imperfect, newer models show significantly reduced propensity for fabrication when performing factual tasks. Recent demonstrations highlight these advances. For instance, Mullick, 2024, reports that Claude Sonnet 4.5 successfully replicated published economics research using only the original data files and research paper as guidance, a task requiring sophisticated analytical reasoning and methodological understanding. The distribution of agent adoption remains uneven. Technology companies lead in implementation, while regulated industries like healthcare and financial services proceed more cautiously due to compliance concerns. Small businesses lag in adoption, primarily due to implementation complexity and resource constraints rather than technological limitations. Accenture. 2023. Organizational and individual consequences of AI agents. Organizational performance impacts. Early evidence suggests AI agents can deliver significant performance improvements across multiple dimensions. Productivity gains. Organizations deploying AI agents for appropriate knowledge work tasks report productivity improvements ranging from 25% to 40%. Brynjolfsson and Lee. 2023. A financial services firm implementing research agents for market analysis reduced report preparation time by 37% while increasing the breadth of coverage by 22%. Deloitte. 2023. Cost efficiency. While implementation requires upfront investment, the operational costs of AI agents are substantially lower than equivalent human labor for many standardized tasks. Goldman Sachs, 2023, estimates that AI automation of knowledge work tasks could yield labor cost savings of approximately $1.5 trillion globally over the next decade. Quality and consistency. In tasks with well-defined success criteria, AI agents often produce more consistent results than human workers. Software development teams using AI coding agents report 29% fewer bugs in initial code submissions and 41% faster bug resolution. GitHub. 2023. Scalability. Unlike human teams, AI agent capabilities can be rapidly scaled to accommodate demand fluctuations without proportional cost increases. A retail analytics company reported that their AI agent system handled a 300% increase in data processing requests during peak season without performance degradation or additional staffing. IBM. 2023. However, these benefits come with important caveats. Performance improvements are most pronounced for routine cognitive tasks with clear success metrics. Complex work requiring nuanced judgment, ethical reasoning, or creative breakthrough innovations still benefit significantly from human involvement. Individual well-being and stakeholder impacts. The introduction of AI agents creates a complex array of impacts for knowledge workers. Skill augmentation vs. displacement. The effect on knowledge workers varies by role and task composition. Roles dominated by routine, codifiable tasks face greater displacement risk, while those requiring complex problem-solving, emotional intelligence, or creative thinking may experience augmentation benefits. Asimoglu and Restrepo, 2023, found that workers who primarily engaged with AI as a complementary tool reported 34% higher job satisfaction than those in contexts where AI systems replaced human tasks. Cognitive load and task satisfaction, when appropriately implemented. AI agents can reduce cognitive burden by handling routine aspects of knowledge work. Microsoft, 2023, reported that software developers using AI coding assistants experienced a 30% reduction in self-reported mental fatigue and higher satisfaction with their creative contributions. Career development concerns. A significant challenge is the potential interruption of traditional skill development pathways. Junior professionals traditionally develop expertise through performing tasks that may now be automated. Law firms deploying legal research agents report concerns about junior associates' diminished opportunities to develop research skills through practice. Thomson Reuters. 2023. Client and customer experiences. Stakeholder impacts vary by context and implementation. In professional services, clients generally respond positively to AI agent use when it results in faster service delivery and reduced costs, provided that human oversight remains visible. However, transparency about AI involvement remains important. 86% of consumers in a PwC survey, 2023. Indicated they want to know when they are interacting with AI systems rather than humans. Evidence-based organizational responses human-AI complementarity frameworks rather than pursuing full automation. Leading organizations focus on identifying optimal human-AI collaborations that leverage the comparative advantages of each. Task decomposition approaches. Map knowledge work processes to identify components suited for human versus AI execution. Develop handoff protocols between human workers and AI agents. Establish feedback loops where humans evaluate and refine agent outputs. Complementary skills emphasis. Assign AI agents to tasks involving pattern recognition, data processing, and information synthesis. Reserve human focus for creativity, ethical judgment, client relationships, and novel problem-solving. Create collaborative workflows where AI handles routine aspects while humans focus on high-value elements. Microsoft restructured its content marketing process to leverage AI agents for initial research, content drafting, and optimization while human marketers focus on strategy, creative direction, and client relationship management. This approach increased content production by 45% while enabling the human team to focus on higher-value strategic work, resulting in improved campaign performance metrics and higher team engagement scores. Governance and risk management strategies. Organizations successfully deploying AI agents establish robust governance frameworks to manage associated risks. Oversight mechanisms. Implement appropriate human review processes based on task criticality. Establish clear accountability structures for agent outputs. Develop exception handling protocols for edge cases. Quality assurance approaches. Deploy agent performance monitoring systems with clear metrics. Implement regular auditing processes for agent outputs. Create feedback systems to continuously improve agent performance. Ethical and compliance guardrails. Develop clear policies regarding acceptable agent use cases. Implement technical safeguards against misuse or over-reliance. Establish transparency requirements for AI-generated work products. JP Morgan Chase implemented a tiered governance framework for its financial analysis agents, with different levels of human oversight based on risk categorization. Low-risk information gathering requires minimal review, while investment recommendations undergo multiple layers of human validation. This approach has enabled the bank to scale AI agent use while maintaining regulatory compliance and risk standards. Workforce transition support organizations successfully navigating the introduction of AI agents. Provide robust support for affected knowledge workers. Reskilling initiatives. Develop training programs focused on AI collaboration skills. Create pathways for workers to transition to roles focused on agent supervision and enhancement. Provide education on effective prompt engineering and AI direction. Incentive restructuring. Modify performance metrics to reward effective AI collaboration. Adjust compensation models to reflect changing skill requirements. Create career advancement paths that incorporate AI management expertise. Change management processes. Engage workers in agent implementation planning. Provide transparency about implementation timelines and impact. Create psychological safety for workers to express concerns. Accenture developed a comprehensive reskilling program when introducing AI research agents across its consulting practice. The program included training in prompt engineering, AI output evaluation, and higher-order analysis skills. Consultants participated in defining which aspects of their work would be augmented versus automated, resulting in 84% positive sentiment about the transition despite significant workflow changes. Work process redesign rather than simply inserting agents into existing workflows. Successful implementations fundamentally reimagine work processes. End-to-end workflow reconstruction. Map existing processes to identify friction points and inefficiencies. Redesign workflows around optimal human-AI collaboration points. Eliminate unnecessary steps made redundant by agent capabilities. Communication and collaboration adaptation. Establish protocols for agent-to-human and agent-to-agent communication. Create visibility into agent actions and decision processes. Develop shared workspaces for human-AI collaboration. Knowledge management integration. Connect agents to organizational knowledge repositories. Develop processes for capturing and incorporating human feedback. Create mechanisms for knowledge transfer between agents and human teams. Spotify redesigned its content moderation system around AI agents that handle initial content screening while human moderators focus on ambiguous cases and policy development. The new workflow includes a learning feedback loop where human decisions on edge cases continuously improve agent performance. This redesign increased moderation throughput by 215% while improving both accuracy and moderator job satisfaction by reducing exposure to harmful content. Building long-term AI agent capabilities. Organizational learning systems to sustain value from AI agents. Organizations must develop systematic approaches to capturing and applying implementation learnings. Continuous improvement infrastructure. Successful organizations establish formal mechanisms to collect, analyze, and implement lessons from AI agent deployments. This includes regular performance reviews comparing actual versus expected agent outcomes, systematic documentation of successful and unsuccessful use cases, cross-functional learning forums to share implementation insights, feedback loop integration, rather than static deployments. Effective systems incorporate ongoing refinement. User feedback mechanisms integrated directly into agent interfaces. Regular evaluation of agent outputs against quality standards. Processes to identify and address emerging limitations or failure modes. Knowledge repository development. Organizations benefit from systematically capturing implementation knowledge. Documentation of effective prompting strategies and templates. Libraries of successful agent configurations for different tasks. Centralized tracking of organizational learning about agent capabilities and limitations. Strategic capability building. Organizations must develop new organizational capabilities to effectively leverage AI agents. AI literacy cultivation, beyond technical specialists. Successful implementation requires broader organizational understanding. Executive education on strategic implications of AI agents. Middle management training on appropriate agent use and supervision. Workforce development in effective collaboration with AI systems. Technical infrastructure development. Organizations need technical foundations to support agent deployment. API integration capabilities to connect agents with existing systems. Data access protocols. Balancing agent functionality with security requirements. Computing resources appropriately scaled to agent processing needs. Center of excellence approaches. Many organizations benefit from establishing dedicated expertise centers. specialized teams to evaluate and implement agent technologies, internal consulting resources to support departmental implementations, communities of practice to share emerging best practices, ethical and responsible AI practices. Long-term success requires addressing broader ethical considerations around AI agent deployment, transparency and attribution protocols. Organizations must establish clear policies on disclosure of AI agent involvement in work products, attribution standards for human versus AI contributions, communication approaches for stakeholders regarding AI use, bias monitoring and mitigation. Successful implementations include regular audits for potential bias in agent outputs, diverse review teams to identify problematic patterns, intervention processes when bias is detected, human agency preservation. Sustainable approaches maintain appropriate human control, clear boundaries on autonomous agent decision, authority override mechanisms for all agent actions, reflection periods to evaluate broader impacts of automation. Conclusion: the rapid evolution of AI agents, from theoretical constructs to practical tools, represents a step change in knowledge work automation. The evidence suggests that these systems can already perform meaningful components of knowledge work across domains including research, analysis, content creation, and programming. The pace of capability improvement indicates that this trend will accelerate rather than plateau in the near term. Organizations that approach AI agent implementation strategically, focusing on complementarity rather than replacement, establishing appropriate governance, supporting workforce transitions, and reimagining work processes, are achieving significant performance improvements while maintaining or enhancing worker satisfaction. Those that treat agents as simple automation tools without considering the broader organizational implications risk suboptimal outcomes. As we navigate this transition, several principles emerge as crucial. Focus on augmentation over automation. Identifying how AI agents can enhance human capabilities rather than simply replace them. Invest in robust governance structures that ensure appropriate oversight while enabling innovation. Support knowledge workers through the transition with transparent communication, meaningful reskilling opportunities, and revised career pathways. Reimagine work processes to leverage the unique capabilities of both humans and AI rather than forcing agents into existing workflows. Build organizational learning systems that capture and disseminate implementation knowledge across the enterprise. The organizations that thrive in this new landscape will be those that view AI agents not simply as cost-cutting tools but as catalysts for reimagining knowledge work itself.